JOE.ie.
IE.
IE as in Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Wow.
Greetings, movie fans. You're all very welcome to the Big Reviewski with Omniplex Cinemas and my OmniPass. It's not your OmniPass. It's my OmniPass. You can't have it.
But they can have their own.
You can have your own my OmniPass. Yeah, that makes sense. That's fine. Yep. I'm Owen Doherty, and this week, you may have heard him already, I'm delighted to be joined by the Fast and Furious double duo. Is there any other kind? Of the movie world. Basically, one's really fast at stuff all the time, and the other one's just constantly furious. It's Justine Stafford and Rory Cashin.
Oh.
Go for it.
I mean, who's who here?
Yeah. We all know who's who.
Yeah, we don't need to say.
Yeah.
Really?
I've been accused of being
Do we
both
not?
furious and fast. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're taking both of those then?
A bit, well.
I get furious very fast.
That's good.
That's
okay.
what happens to
Nice
me,
mix.
yeah.
Perfect.
And I get, nope.
No. If you would like to get in touch with the show today, you can tweet us at Big Reviewski, or you can check us out on Instagram and on Facebook as well, up on JOE.ie. We have had some really Fast and Furious special things over the past couple of weeks. But we're about to get even faster and furiouser this week.
Perpetual motion.
Yeah,
of
it's
Fast and
constant.
Furious.
Because we're joined by two more stars of the show. They just keep coming out of the woodwork. This week, it's Idris Elba and Vanessa Kirby. And as well as those two massive stars, we also have the delightful director of the brand new Bruce Springsteen. Springsteen? That's his name, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Close.
Bruce Springsteen, the boss, Blinded by the Light. It's a film using lots of his music and his lyrics, and it is Gurinder Chadha is going to be joining us as well. So like really, really jam-packed. So sit yourself down, get yourself strapped in, and let's get ready to Reviewski. Does that work?
Kind of.
Kind of.
I don't
a little
hate it.
bit.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, how are you both doing this week? Are you good?
Yeah, hydrated. I'm not as wet or sticky as previous weeks.
Yeah, my mommy was pointing out that I looked very warm and not like glowing, moistening.
I wonder what
last week.
Paul's mammy had to
Yeah.
say about him last week, because he was
In a jumper.
He described
he was in
himself
a
as a wet dog.
jumper.
stinky
Yeah.
jumper that
Yeah.
he looked like he'd been just washed ashore.
Paul isn't here this week because he's still off drying somewhere,
Yeah.
basically. So
If you hear a background humming, it's in the toilet. Just
yeah. Now though, it's time for this week's big question, and for this week's big question, it's Rory, isn't it?
Yes, according
Are
to
you just checking?
my
Just checking.
script
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yep.
That is my name.
Well, off the back of us having Idris Elba on the show this week, the natural question came to mind: who do you think is the coolest actor or actress around? You think it's easy?
It's really not.
It's not.
Not
It's
at all.
everyone's substantially cooler than
Than us.
us.
Quick question: is it like any actor or actress who have ever lived or worked, or is it specifically who are around right now, this minute?
Ever.
Ever, right? Okay, I
Sure,
did
yeah.
the question
Oh,
wrong.
yeah.
Yeah, I've done
Well,
the
we should have
question
asked that
wrong.
before
at the
now,
time.
in
At the
hindsight.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like who do you think is the coolest actor or actress ever? It's written down.
Yeah, no, I panicked when I read that because I was like, that's
Yeah.
not what I've done.
Yeah.
But what did you do first of all? Because you probably got the answer right.
I feel I did, because it turns out my inspiration for the question is my answer for the question. It's Idris Elba.
What?
Yeah, because not only is he a cool, a very cool actor, he's one of the few actors who when he's like, I'm a DJ too, you're like, yep, okay.
Sure
And also
you are.
I'm a singer, all right, and a rapper, got it. You can do whatever you want, and you can, like in the video for Dance Off with Macklemore, he's wearing a black and white fur coat that should not be worn by humans, you would think, because you look halfway between like Two-Face and your man from behind the candelabra. That
Michael Douglas.
played.
It's like Cruella
Oh,
de Vil's coat gone wrong.
Yeah, Liberace.
Liberace, that's the one.
Yeah.
Right, the tip of my tongue.
But he's rocking that look too, which is
Definitely.
just like the fact that, because any other actor would be like, I have a band, you're like, oh god.
Yeah.
Look at what's his recent name, Jeremy Renner.
Yes. Oh God, that's terrible.
Have you seen
He
his
released a
recent music?
single.
He
It's
released a
shocking.
whole album
A whole album.
No.
of like Chris Cornell sounding real not good music.
Welcome to the music review. Real not good music.
Real
No,
not good.
no.
But like any kind of sideways, anytime they do anything that's not acting, there is a bit of embarrassment. but Elba does not fall into that, which just proves how cool he is.
Elba is the male J-Lo, because she nails all of those things as well.
J-Lo, Elba.
They both
All
have,
right.
What? Do they both have 2 syllables?
I
We're not
guess
on the
so.
haiku yet. Yeah, I'm dying.
Okay,
so
sorry.
Elba's your... Now, again, another question. Are you just picking him because you interviewed him and you fell in love with him? And it's like, it's all you can think about. You're infatuated with
If that
Idris Elba.
if that
No.
was the case, I would have, I don't know, 100 answers because I fall in love with literally anyone I interview.
Everybody, this is true.
This is true.
So no, it is because of the
Okay.
reasons I just said. So here's like, I haven't even picked a clip from a movie because I could just show you a clip from him rapping and dancing and wearing Cruella de Vil's Liberace's outfit and still being cool.
Banging tune.
Banger.
You reckon you would be able to wear that coat? I'd like to see you dress up as
like-
Idris Elba.
I physically could.
Yes?
Not sure I physically should.
Should. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have the confidence. I think you pull it off.
Yeah, well, people will be telling me to pull it off.
Take that goddamn coat off.
There's the bin.
Yeah. Justine, who did you go for?
Yeah, I found this tough, right? Because every bloody actor, actress, I'm like, oh my God, I want to be your best friend. You ooze coolness. It's not fair. They're like the cool side of the pillow. They're that level of cool. You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
very,
Flip it over. That's
very
my
level.
barometer there.
Unbelievable level
But
of
I kind of tied with actresses and actors, and then I settled with someone who I think I've mentioned a fair bit in this show.
Supersonic.
The Gallagher brothers, maybe. But no,
As
it's not
Siamese twins, they're one person. Yeah.
to me. But no, I went for Ryan Reynolds.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
Of course you did.
Because similar to being an actor, right? He has released a gin. I just love his, that challenge, the bottle. This is the clip I've picked, whereby even how he just, things that are in, the world that we're talking about or topical stuff, he puts his own funny spin on it.
Literal spin.
And he just messed up, but the whole sequence is so well shot and he's so artistic. But anyway, he's cool because his relationship...
So artistic.
Fancy him so much.
I know. Well, some week he's going to watch, he's going to say. No, but equally, like, his relationship with his wife is just so funny. The relationship they have online, that there's that level
And his own kids.
And his kids.
Yeah.
Of,
Outwardly hates them, and I appreciate that.
it's amazing, like tweeting about like the drawing they make, and it's so cute. And he's like, "This isn't going in the fridge. This isn't acceptable." And you're like, "You are the ultimate dad. Like, don't you dare."
I didn't know what.
Goddamn
What?
dare.
You can't.
Yeah.
She said dad and leave it.
And I stopped there for a reason. But I just think even he's just cool. And then obviously Deadpool is my favourite film.
There is that as well.
In the Marvel.
Universe.
In the Marvel.
In the Marvel.
In the Marvel.
Just so many questions today. Another quick question. When is this released in cinemas, this clip? I love all the movie clips we picked
Well,
up
you
the
just have
movie
to,
stars.
like, that's released whenever you bring it.
Okay.
Yeah.
got
But the
it.
fact he's a gin, his own gin, I love
Is
gin.
that his gin?
Yeah.
I thought
That's
that was
his brand.
Hugh
Hugh
Jackman's,
Jackman's gin.
No, Hugh Jackman does the other one, the coffee. Hugh Jackman is coffee. Aviation gin is Ryan Reynolds. And that's why, because they both did a fake advert for each other.
As
And
well.
he
I
did
thought
a
this
proper...
was his fake ad for
No,
Hugh Jackman's.
yeah.
Got it.
That would also be hilarious, though. But
Anything he does.
anything he does is so cool. So that's why I think Ryan Reynolds is the coolest, probably coolest person. I'm not going to even stop at actor. I think he's just,
Bold statement.
yeah.
Let's take a look at how cool Ryan Reynolds' ad for gin is.
Yeah, how much is he paying for this?
Remember, please drink responsibly.
See, I appreciate that gin ad because you don't actually see anyone drinking the gin.
Exactly.
So he is drinking responsibly. He
Nicely done.
Kicks it over.
It's
Kicks it
so
over
good.
and smashes it everywhere.
Because he's cool.
Yeah. Both great shouts, 100%.
What non-movie clip did you pick for?
Yeah.
Oh God! I just realised I didn't pick a movie clip. This is amazing.
This is good.
So my guy.
So we've all picked men, so we all agree women aren't cool. Go on.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. We'll add in a disclaimer later on the show. But
Sorry, gender.
Yeah.
It's just
Look, it's okay.
So the guy that I picked hasn't had like a really stellar movie career. Brilliant, like unbelievable actor, brilliant on TV, on stage, and in movies. But just his films aren't especially memorable. Well, the ones that I'm trying to remember anyway. But in terms of just being so goddamn cool and able to, you know, that chameleon-like quality of like seem like an old person, a young person, just and just the way they adapt and change for their different projects. But I went for the irrepressible Mr. Bryan Cranston.
He is irrepressible.
He really is. I've tried to repress him, and he was completely irrepressible.
Turns out.
So the clip that I've chosen is possibly the best. There are two amazing mic drops that people have done. One is Obama at one of those Washington Press dinners, and the other one is Bryan Cranston from Comic-Con a few years back. And there was a guy in the crowd. Well, we'll take a look at the clip now, basically. But
Beautiful.
it is just, it's his face afterwards. But it's everything from, yes, of course, he's amazing in Breaking Bad and everything that he goes through there. And he's brilliant in bit parts in like films like Argo as well. But I think just as a person, the fact that at another, if it was that Comic-Con where he dressed up as Walter White in a mask and walked around Comic-Con and then took the mask off and it was just him anyway. But yeah, this particular clip is standout because it just, his sense of humour, the way he is with the fans, the way he is when he's not actually filming something as well. He's just unbelievably cool. So I went for Bryan Cranston.
Yeah. My question is, because I grew up in Albuquerque, what was there any cool places, anything that you liked being there? Like, how was it? Because it's my hometown. So I want to know, how'd you like it? Well, did you have fun there?
Yeah, I'd go and visit your mother once in a while.
Oh, that was a little mean.
That's next question. Next question.
As you said, Rory, imagine being burned, one, by Bryan Cranston, two, at Comic-Con in front of all those other fans,
Yeah.
three, like that clip has gone viral for years now,
yeah.
and they've turned that mic drop into a GIF. Oh, it's the best You're Mad
what?
joke. A GIF. A GIF.
No.
Like a little bit of footage that repeats itself, like a moving photo, but not a movie, no audio. A GIF.
A GIF.
Oh, you got me something, did you? A GIF. So, yeah, and it is the best You're Mad joke of all time as well. So he's got that going for him.
Yeah. He's just getting by that there. We're not going to address it.
Have you got a
quite
migraine,
frankly.
Rory? Is
Yeah.
everything all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a great gif of Bryan Cranston actually in Malcolm in the Middle, and it's when he's in that suit, you know, when they go running,
It's
and he's
Malcolm in
like,
the Jiddle. Come on.
and
my
it's
God.
amazing. It's like him speed walking, and he's like this streamlined outfit. It's like a onesie suit. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. Because even back in those days, he was cool.
Oh, definitely. And, well, as far as I remember, that's when he first kind of, as Hal, the daddy,
Yeah.
in the Malcolm in the Middle family. That's where he first came to my attention.
He's trying to kill
anyway.
me. He's trying to kill me in this episode.
It's
Anyway,
the war.
those are three cool actors. So
Yeah.
we've got Bryan Cranston, Ryan Reynolds. I've actually forgotten who yours was there. So
we're interviewing him later.
uncool. Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Stay tuned. He's coming
I'll
up
pass
with
that
the show.
along, Idris. He's so uncool.
Match all those people together though, right? So you got Idris DJing or singing, whatever he's into.
Yeah, nice.
Brian brings his gin, and then Brian's there just
Dropping mics.
one-liners.
Yeah, right. Dropping
Brian-
one-liners and mics.
Brian, and because remember that him and Aaron Paul were like, we're up to something, and everyone's like, it's a Breaking Bad movie. Let's make tequila.
It's tequila as well. That's some
So that's a
party
party.
with those three
Gin,
boys.
tequila, and Idris
DJ.
is up there DJing.
100%.
No one can't go because,
Not allowed.
well,
Barred.
multiple reasons. But
Yeah, legal reasons. Anyway, it's time for the big trailer. Got it. On the Big Reviewski this week. And for this week's big trailer, it's over to Justine Stafford.
Yes, so this one seemed like a bit of a, there was no other competition in which was the trailer for this week.
Fair.
It had to be The Irishman.
100%.
So Scorsese directing, and I don't think you could have a better cast here. All Academy Award winners, it's incredible.
And they've all
can you
done.
imagine Idris Ryan?
Actually, that's a better version. A better version of the Irishman.
Yeah.
Definitely. I actually, the footage for anybody who's listening, the footage is on screen here behind us, and we'll be taking a listen and a look at the clip in a moment. But I love the way some of the shots are. Obviously, it's pure Scorsese, but that shot of De Niro walking into a cafe, turning around and shooting somebody. But it's so well done. So there's a lot of excitement about this film whenever we put it up on site and put it up on social as well. The reaction it gets is just unbelievable.
Incredible. Yeah, so it's De Niro plays Frank Sheeran, and he's looking back on his life being in the mob.
As a house painter.
Yes.
So I was only reading up on this film. I love, because it's based on a book, The Man Who Painted Houses.
That's it.
But I love that idea of like that's a euphemism for, paints them with their blood because he shoots them in the face.
A lot of red houses.
There's a lot of red houses
Painting
around
the town
here.
red.
Yeah.
What did it really mean?
Yeah, this is
Poetry, guys. It's poetic.
It's poetry.
it really is, with guns. But yeah, so as you said, he's taking a look back over his life.
Yeah, it's post World War II, and he learned basically his skill of painting when he was in Italy during the war, and he's looking back on the highlights of his career and his involvement with the mob.
Some of his best artworks.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, it's an exhibition,
Yes.
basically. So yeah, this is a little look at Scorsese's brand new film, The Irishman.
Hello? Hey, my friend. I got that kid I was talking to you about here. I'm gonna put him on the phone and let you talk to him, okay?
Hello?
Is that Frank?
Yes.
Hiya, Frank. This is Jimmy Hoffa.
Glad to meet you.
Glad to meet you, too, even if it's over the phone. Our friend speaks very highly of you.
Thank you.
Only 3 people in the world have one of these. And only one of them is Irish.
I heard you paint houses.
No, please. No, please.
Look at their little rings, like little friendship rings.
Friendship rings, yeah, that's
cute.
that's what they got. Look what I got us, one each. So one of the main talking points of this film is obviously the de-aging process of De Niro. I heard some people chatting about it and they didn't even notice that it had happened. It's like, really? Because
You kind of, in some of them, it's like, ooh, yeah. Like after Sam Jackson in
Captain Marvel.
Yes, which was
Phenomenally
pretty
done.
fantastically done. There's some scenes in this where I'm like, oh, no, he doesn't look like that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci's got old though.
Yeah.
But you see, I'm wondering, is that actually the way Joe Pesci looks now? Or is that just not, like, obviously just makeup on him and making him look... Okay, now I can't stop thinking about friendship rings every time I see the 3 of them compare their rings.
It's so cute.
Yeah. So,
Wholesome.
yeah.
But I was reading up on this a bit, and it's like, when was the last Pesci film?
He hasn't been in a film, I think, in 9 years.
Yeah,
I think.
okay.
He had pretty
So-
much announced his own retirement, but
yeah.
then Scorsese was like, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
One
you
more
up.
thing.
Yeah. But that Goodfellas get together plus, sure, just throw in Al Pacino for the crack as well. Sure, why
Playing
not?
Jimmy Hoffa.
Playing Jimmy Hoffa. Yeah, exactly. So,
$200 million to make.
did it?
Crazy.
And most of that went on Joe Pesci's old person makeup.
The rings.
Went on
The
rings.
rings, the French.
Ring budget was
Yeah.
insane.
Through the roof.
So
But yeah,
it is being premiered at the New York Film Festival on the 27th
Let's go.
of
Let's do it.
September. Yeah.
TBR, live from NY. Big fan.
Right. And then it's also being shown in the London Film Festival on the 13th of October, 2019, and then it has kind of limited distribution in films, and then it is going on to Netflix later on in the year.
Yeah.
Okay. So fingers crossed we're going to get it here
Yeah.
in Irish
We are
cinemas
investigating
as well.
to see
Yes,
if
we
it
are
is.
Yes.
looking into it right now.
We'll let you know on Joe.
I mean, Frank Sheeran and the characters plays called The Irishman. Surely that deserves a screening.
Needs to
here.
be.
You would think, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 100,000,000%. So, yeah, both very excited about it then.
Yes.
Yeah. Sweet, happy days. Actually, we did have an interview with the author up on Joe as well, so you can go back and check that out as well, which makes for very interesting reading. In fact, it's so interesting, it even tells you his name there. I'm not going to tell you now. It's not that I can't remember, but the name's up there. You should go check it out. Now, though, it's time for the big interview on the Big Reviewski. And it's
A misnomer.
It's a cool one.
It's a misnomer.
Oh, but
'cause
what's
it's the
a
big
misnomer?
interviews?
Big interviews this week, of course. Absolutely jam-packed with chats with famous people. And up first, it's Idris Elba, the coolest person in the world, according to Rory Cashin.
Are you going to disagree? Are you going to go up to Idris and say, Idris, guess what?
I feel
Not
like you
that
should
cool.
have that on
If I saw
movie
him in that coat,
posters.
I don't feel the same way about that coat. If I saw him, I was like, Idris, no, Bryan Cranston, there's a man who could wear a coat like that.
And just his boxers underneath, just from the
Okay.
Breaking Bad character. As
Oh,
Walter
right,
White.
okay.
All right,
Let me finish.
I thought you were having a little moment to yourself.
Context on it.
Ryan Reynolds, sure. But, I'd love to see Idris Elba though on a movie poster having like the coolest man in the world, Rory Cashin.
Rory Cashin, 3
I hope
stars.
he uses that
3 stars. Yeah.
Just the 3.
for the coat.
After last week's Jason and
Chris.
chats, so this is part 2. 2 Fast, 2 Furious, 2 Hobbs, 2 Shaw.
I'll take it.
Okay. So up first is Idris Elba, who's playing Brixton Lore, which is just a great, it's a great villain name. He's the biomechanical villain in Hobbs and Shaw. And before we get to the chats, just in case you've forgotten that this film was out, here's a clip from Hobbs and Shaw where he's kicking someone's butt, I'm sure.
Our target's name is Brixton. He's a ghost. We're gonna need the best trackers in the business. Luke Hobbs.
I'm what you call an ice-cold can of whoop ass.
Career lawman. Always gets his guy. We're gonna need to operate outside the system. Deckard Shaw.
I'm what you might call a champagne problem.
Rogue former MI6 agent. Doesn't play well with others. If we stand a chance against Brixton, you guys have to work together.
No way. This guy's a real ass.
Yes, so that was the clip from Hobbs and Shaw, which I really enjoyed. Have you got to see it yet? Anyone?
No.
You will
That
then.
clip, yes. The movie, no, not yet. Yeah.
I've seen that clip 100 times.
Yes,
so I
so
feel.
many times.
Over the course of our chat, you can check out the full interview up on JOE.ie's YouTube. But the very first thing that came up was when I introduced myself. Normally, when I go to interview someone, they'll introduce me as Joe.
Of course.
It's not my name.
Joe Cashin.
Joe. Here's Joe from Joe.
Yeah.
That's weird. No, and then I have to correct him. So that's what happened with Idris. And then he had some questions about the website and then the domain name and his own name. Now that doesn't sound very interesting. It sounds very technical, but it actually is pretty funny.
Okay, we'll be the judge of that. Let's see.
JOE.ie. IE as in Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Wow. It's actually Joey, isn't it, really?
No, it's like IE is like the co.uk for Ireland.
IE is? No way.
Ireland Internet? No, that can't be right.
That's my my email address has IE in it. So if I had one in Ireland, I could be IE.
IE.ie, yeah. Irish Internet. Well, you know what? We'll just claim that you do have an Irish.
I'm going to go get one now. Or do you have to be Irish to have one?
Absolutely not. You just have to set it up there. So you just pop over, set up the internet, all done.
Sorted.
You know what? That actually was pretty funny.
Yeah.
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 I'll remember to believe you the next time.
We'll see, because I have another one to line up in like 2 seconds.
So that makes perfect sense for him because obviously, I'm sure if you hear JS, you probably just think, those are my initials.
They are my initials. I should have a website, country's domain.
100%. And you're RC, Roman Catholic, Rory Cashin.
That's what they call me.
And then I'm just Ed. How you doing?
Ed.
Hello there. So IE, so he automatically picked up on it straight away.
It's incredible.
Yeah, because he was like, oh, that's actually already in my website or email address. So he wants an Irish one, and I'm not going to stop him. What does IE stand for?
Maybe it's like a shortened version of ERA?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think something.
Ireland era?
In Aaron.
Oh.
In Aaron.
Yeah.
I-N, Aaron.
Like that?
Yeah.
Or...
Aaron, because that's Irish as well, the in element. It's like, it literally means in Aaron. Though.
Okay.
There you go. Idris Elba, that's what it stands
That's
for.
my guess. I don't
Yeah, no, it's a
actually
great
know
guess.
that
It's a
for
great
fact,
educated
but-
guess.
Fact now.
Did you talk to me about any other world domain names?
No, we
pity.
kind of ran dry
Pity.
after that. But we did talk about whether or not it is true that bad guys have more fun in these movies, and they do. They always have the best lines. They always have the best kind of introductions and stuff like that. And he has a very curious reason as to why he thinks bad guys have more fun. Oh.
Yes, this bad guy's very serious. He doesn't have much fun. He's a bit part robotic. I'm not talking about my performance.
No.
But it's he's a bit of a half man, half machine, and yes, bad guys have the better lines and sort of a lot more sort of thought is put into bad guys, only because writers tend to want to say bad shit all the time. There's angry people at computers just like fuck it, and so the bad guys get good characters. My character here is very sort of like, he's got one focus at the moment.
That is an interesting theory, Rory.
Yeah. Well, he's not wrong. Like, writers are angry people.
Very furious people.
Yeah. And some of them are fast writers too, so...
Well, the churn rate of these Fast and Furious movies, like, they're working pretty goddamn speedy.
Another one next year.
Another one
Fast
again
9 next year.
And then, which one's going to be set in Ireland again?
Potentially 10.
Okay, looking forward to it. Idris Elba's definitely going to be back for that one.
He has to be. Like, his website's here now.
Yeah,
so.
he has to come.
He isn't the only star of Hobbs and Shaw that we're joined by. We also have Vanessa Kirby, who a lot of viewers might recognise from The Crown. She also, it's not her feature film debut, possibly, but like, she just kicked things off by starring alongside Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible Fallout last year, which is an incredible, unbelievable action film. So she had a really good part in that as well. And now she's back. Because I remember at the time the casting was announced, it was like, you've just gone from working with Tom Cruise and now you're about to work with Helen Mirren, The Rock, Idris Elba, and Jason Statham. So it's like, Vanessa Kirby's doing things the
doing
right
fine.
way.
She's doing okay.
Yeah.
She's doing fine. But like, because in this movie she is the sister of Jason Statham, which means she is the sister also of Luke Evans, who was in a previous one, and is the daughter of Helen Mirren. So that Shaw family, I was like, that must be the coolest, kind of scariest movie family or any kind of entertainment family going. She didn't take long to correct me, and I agree with her.
Oh, okay.
Okay. With Helen as your mum and Jason as your brother, and I guess Luke Evans as your brother as well, is this the scariest, coolest family in English cinema history?
No, I think the royal family in The Crown was much scarier, to be honest.
You know what? I can't argue with that kind of logic.
No. Having your sister is the queen is pretty scary.
Yeah.
Actually, I suppose Helen is the queen in a way, isn't she?
She has been.
She has been, yes.
Yeah. And like maybe Jason's played the king in some movie
And he's
before.
definitely played the king in
something before.
Something somewhere in his archives. I'm sure we could dig it out.
She's cheating there a wee bit, like, not technically a movie family.
No, it's not a movie family, but she is right.
Okay.
The royal family is terrifying from the outside.
They certainly are.
Yeah. That horror show, The Crown. No, thank you.
No, too scary for me.
It reminds me of dentists, and I also think that is a terrifying family too.
Yeah,
family dentist.
A family dentist.
The dentist family.
Yeah, so many scary things.
Yeah.
Right, what else?
Again, the whole interview is up on Joe's YouTube, but there was a lot of rumours lately that she could be playing Catwoman in the Batman alongside Robert Pattinson. So I brought up the fact that when he was announced, there was that usual ridiculous fan backlash.
No, I can't do it. No, because I can't picture him doing it, so therefore it's crap.
Yeah, Yeah.
You didn't need to write that in the comment, Owen.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, there's so many different names as well.
Noob69.
Just, yeah, like Michael Keaton had the same reaction.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger had the same reaction.
They all had that reaction to the news about Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
You would think as fellow actors they would at least give him a chance, especially what they went through when they were cast.
Yeah, especially Heath Ledger because he's dead now.
There is that.
So
exactly.
he can't get his
Beyond
point
the
across.
grave.
But,
He's tweeting, man.
But yeah, she. I asked her what did she think of that reaction, and also the fact that she's actually getting quite a bit of support in the idea of her playing Catwoman. The very last question. I know you don't know. Well, apparently don't know much about it yet. But when Robert Pattinson was announced as Batman, there was a huge backlash. But when
Was there?
Oh, yeah. There was people who were like, no, but like
Really?
the same people who.
I think he's amazing.
Oh, I think he's amazing too. I think like it's along the lines of when
perfect.
people were angry about Heath Ledger as the Joker, and
Yes.
it worked out.
Yeah.
But the response to the rumours of you potentially playing Catwoman have been nothing but hugely positive.
Really?
Everyone's been, anything I've seen has been massively positive. Like, do you have a reaction to the people's reaction of you potentially playing that character?
I didn't know that it was so hugely positive. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's just really touching. And obviously, just as a character, she's like the coolest ever. So that's just, I mean, I'm not nearly as cool as that, so.
Well, you kind of have the most of the outfit already.
Do you know what I mean? All I need
So
is them.
just that and you're
Yeah.
sorted.
I think she would make an excellent Catwoman. Anne Hathaway was an interesting kind of choice for it. Didn't love it. Do love Anne Hathaway.
it's such
Do
a,
you?
Yeah.
She
yeah.
just has such a thing about her, like that people don't like her. I don't get it. I mean, she's just very.
Yeah.
Who, Anne Hathaway?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do like her a lot. But
I wouldn't, like, who would you cast as Catwoman?
Vanessa Kirby. Joe
Jennifer Lawrence.
I
That's what
would
think.
cast
Bryan Cranston.
or Idris Elba or Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, perfect. But interesting.
She really took the
Really-
image
Yeah,
of Ryan
you
Reynolds as
went there.
Catwoman.
Really picturing that there. A real insight into Justine there for a wee second.
You take it from here, guys.
Yeah, you just sit with that for a moment. But there's something about Robert Pattinson and Vanessa Kirby together as Batman and Catwoman. It seems like a very sleek, sensual kind of version of Batman. Do you not think whenever you picture those two? No.
How are you picturing them now?
It's like really sleek and
very, like,
sensual.
when you picture
Really sleek and sensual.
Don't do that.
No. Okay. Really sleek and
This is
sensual.
really taking the attention off me, though. This is
Yeah,
great.
I'm
This
just
is great.
distracting us from that. Justine.
Yeah. What was the other rumor? Andy Serkis is playing the Penguin, which would be.
a very
Oh
cool,
my God.
a
Is he
very
sleek?
sleek and sensual version of the Penguin.
Like he,
Penguins are pretty sleek, to be fair. Like,
yeah, good old swimmers.
yeah,
Can't
100%.
fly.
Put Idris's
Can't fly.
jacket on and you're a penguin.
Okay. Is Vanessa any good in Hobbs and Shaw? Because obviously she's going toe to toe, fist to fist with all the big boys, literal big boys.
Yeah, she has an actual fight scene with The Rock, but they do sideline her a bit. Like they do the Mission Impossible 2 thing where it's like, I'm sick now for the last hour of the film.
Okay.
But when she is given an action scene to do, she does it really well. So I could see her being a fantastic Catwoman. Plus she's like in Fallout, she's a bit of a weirdo. Like when she's like eye-sexing Tom Cruise from across the room.
Yes.
She's a bit odd, and then she just kind of makes out with him when he's like, I'm off. And that's kind of like a nervous, kind of weird tension thing as well. So I could definitely see her as...
It would work. Brilliant. Hobbs and Shaw is still in Untitled cinemas right now. It's a lot of big, fun, bombastic
Explosions.
whale of a time. Lots of explosions. So go check that out. Another one of the big releases, and we will have a review of it very shortly. It's Blinded by the Light. As we said, it uses the lyrics and songs of Bruce Springsteen. It's based on a journalist's book, and he grew up just absolutely loving the music of Bruce Springsteen. Are we Springsteen fans? Oh, God. Oh, wow. Oh, jeepers. I was not expecting the silence there.
Well...
Oh, holy moly.
Hang on now. I like any of his songs that I hear,
yeah.
right? It's that my mother was a big fan, right? But a little too old for me when I was born. It was, do you know what I mean? Like
his music spans generations, so would it speak to
What do
everybody.
you think of his most recent album?
Oh, it's class, man. It's good.
What's it
Lots of
called?
bangers. Bruce Springsteen.
You sing the title of the
Yeah,
album?
it's a musical title. Yeah.
So you're a big fan too, then.
So Paul was fortunate enough to sit down with the director of the film, Gurinder Chadha. She came in here into the Big Reviewski studio. You can check out the full interview. It's up on Joe YouTube as well. But we've picked out a couple of lovely wee moments here from their chat, because she was really good friends with the journalist, and she's a massive Springsteen fan as well. And the story of how she came to make this film is fascinating. Paul chats her about all of that. But she is she's still a massive fan, even though she has met him, a few times in real life, and he has given the blessing for this film. But Paul did talk to her about the very first time that she sat down with Bruce Springsteen to watch a film, pretty much inspired by his music.
Bruce, the direct line to all that's true in this shitty world. Seriously, thank me later. I didn't know music could be like that. It's like Bruce knows everything I've ever felt, everything I've ever wanted.
That's what you call real music.
Springsteen. He's more what your dad listens to. Not my dad.
Eliza's very picky on who she brings home. The more provocative, the better.
What's provocative about Javed?
I want to be a writer.
Writing isn't a job. I need you to do more.
I can't wait to get away from here. Shazia, you look like a Pakistani Madonna.
When I'm dancing, I block out the world.
I know what you mean.
If you don't fix this now, we will lose our son for good.
You cannot be serious.
Bruce sings about not letting the hardness of the world stop you from letting the best of you slip away. I hope to build a bridge to my ambitions, but not a wall between my family and me.
So we were all sitting in this little cinema, and I turned the lights off, and Bruce, and the lights of the screen came on, and Bruce was like watching really intensely, and then he started smiling, and then he really went through the gamut of emotions watching it, and there were things that surprised him, and the way I used different moments. He was really involved, and at the end of the movie, there was silence. And I went to turn the lights on, and he walked over and he gave me a big kiss and a big hug. And he said, "Thank you for looking after me so beautifully."
Oh, that's what you want.
Oh my God, then I melted. And then we sat there for an hour and we talked about everything. And I asked him the questions you asking me. I said, "What was your favourite bit? What did you love?"
Imagine that, Bruce Springsteen giving you a hug and a kiss and just being, go, imagine it right now.
I don't know what he looks like.
What?
Ryan Reynolds is just all
What are you talking about? Bruce Springsteen, how do you not know what he looks like?
He's the boss.
He is.
Of what?
He's your boss. Oh, you're fired.
Yeah, woof. We're doing the
Bruce
boss. Here's
Springsteen owns
this.
Omniplex Cinemas.
He certainly does.
does,
Good Lord.
And Joe, the whole bunch. So one of the other things about the film, and if you're watching the show today instead of listening, you can see there's a lot of feedback for the show and just how much of a feel-good film it is. And obviously it's having a great reaction around the world when audiences see it, and it's just everyone is buzzing. Well, people, I'm so shocked by this. People are buzzing off the music and the story, and we'll get to that in the review. But Paul was asking Gurinder about, what's that like whenever an audience sits down to watch it, and it just basically lifts their spirits, essentially, to make a proper feel-good film like this.
First time an audience saw the film was at Sundance, it was in America. So the first time I saw the film with an audience was an American audience. And luckily for us, as soon as the film started, they were in it. And then all the gags, they were laughing. And then there's a scene in an airport, which refers to America and Bruce, and the whole house went up. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on here? What is happening here in America with this film about a 60-year-old Pakistani kid from Luton? And then at the very end, there was a massive standing ovation. And this woman got up. Her first question was, I was on the Hillary campaign. I haven't smiled since that day she lost till today. This is the first, you've given me something to smile about. And I realised what we'd made was a kind of what you call a feel-good film, but literally a film that made you feel good if you were worried about what's going on in the world, because it shows a different way to look at the world. And that's down to Bruce and Bruce's values and what Bruce thinks about. And I come back to his lines, nobody wins unless we all win, and he stands shoulder to shoulder with everybody in struggle. And if you appreciate that and you show that empathy, then you're a good human being, then you have a great map on how to live your life.
As you can probably tell from listening and watching those two clips, Paul is a massive Springsteen fan.
Yeah,
he would absolutely murder you.
I was just about to say I'm
dreading.
kind of happy he is not here.
Yeah,
he's gonna like.
He's still drying his top, so can't hear us talk about how little we know him.
Yeah.
Who would play Springsteen in a movie? I don't know what he looks like.
I don't know why you keep saying this. He's
Because
one of the
if you
most
say,
famous
blah,
people in the world.
Blah would play him. I'm like, all right, now I can kind of right.
Who would
Sean
make a great?
Penn? I don't know why that's the first thing that comes to mind. Just a little bit.
Yeah. I know I'm going to have a thing. Idris Elba, he would be amazing as Bruce Springsteen. Then you'd watch it.
Yeah.
Then you'd be a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Blinded by the Elba.
So as we said, Paul unfortunately can't be here today, but he has seen Blinded by the Light. He's going to give us his review in a wee second, but just a little bit of background on the film. As we said, it uses the music of Bruce Springsteen to tell the story of this young Pakistani boy growing up in 1980s Luton, and basically his life and how he's trying to basically discover exactly what he wants to be when he grows up, and he's at a loss because he comes from a really strict Pakistani family. He's a little bit lost in school as well, until one day somebody gives him a Bruce Springsteen album, and it just changes the course of his life. And as I said, it is based on this true story as well.
See, that could happen for me. If you gave me a Spotify link,
he
could change the course of my life going forward.
Yeah, too blinded by the too light. That doesn't work. I'm trying to think. It's terrible.
It's not great.
Anyway, so let's find out from Paul exactly what he thought of Blinded by the Light.
Hi guys, sorry I'm not in the studio today, but the lads asked me to review Blinded by the Light, which is a new film by Gurinder Chadha. You may remember she did Bend It Like Beckham, and if you sort of like the feel-good optimism of that, you'll definitely love her new film. I was really excited going into it because I'm a massive Springsteen fan, and having left it, it's just everything you'd want if you love the boss, and even if you don't, there's something here for plenty of film fans. There's a great central performance from the new first-time actor, Vivek Kalra plays Javid, who's the main character. What's really clever about it is that Chadha uses the lyrics like on screen to push the story forward, and like unlike Moulin Rouge or Yesterday, this isn't somebody else performing Springsteen stuff. It's literally his stuff, unedited, unbiased. It's all in there. So if you love it, if you love his music, you love this. If you love Springsteen's music, you'll make this very good film into an excellent film. You'll give it that extra star because it's a beautiful love letter to just what Springsteen's music can do and how it makes you feel, and all the great themes of family and find your own voice and wanting to escape your own town and be your own person and stuff. So I'd sort of strongly urge everyone to check out Blinded by the Light when it's in Irish films.
So towards the end there, Paul was actually blinded by the light because his room was really bright that he recorded it in.
Oh God.
He wasn't actually blinded. It's
That's okay.
It's a very bright room.
All right, okay, that's fair enough.
It's a visual gag. Sorry,
Owen.
SoundCloud listeners.
So one of the amazing things about this, we've been fortunate enough over the past couple of weeks, since the show's been up and running, that your boyfriend / husband / ex-lover / current lover, I don't know what the crack is, Justine, The Rock, has been kind enough to tweet about the show. But phenomenally, Bruce Springsteen, or the millions of people who look after his social media accounts, tweeted Paul's review of the film and shared it on Facebook as well, which is incredible. So, as we said, and as you can tell, Paul is a huge fan of this film. It was like this film was actually made for him. And it kind of reminds me of Whenever we were talking about Booksmart earlier on the year, the fact that, well, myself and Rory, anyway, we're not two young American high school girls, but there's something that just connects with you about that film. On the inside we are. But again, with this, obviously, Paul and other fans as well have just connected in a really amazing way. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm just happy we've yet another famous fan of the show.
Yeah, the list is ever growing.
Yeah, week on week.
That's 2 people so far.
No.
No, well, The Rock got on board for Hobbs and Shaw with last week as well, which is amazing.
True. Still 2 people though.
Yeah, same person.
No, you've definitely.
I feel I definitely
totally have.
Yeah. I think I was altered The Rock though.
No, you interviewed someone. You interviewed female, and she liked your tweets and that. Didn't Sarah Silverman?
We'll come back to me.
Sorry.
While Justine and Roy work that out and try to think of another celebrity fan
just
of the
so
show.
many famous people.
It's still just 2 people. We're going to take a look at the other big release this week. We're going to take a look at the clip, and this is The Art of Racing. Am I saying that right? I'm saying that right.
Yeah, Art of Racing in the Rain.
I forgot about the rain bit, of course. It's in the title. The Art of Racing in the Rain. Here's a little look at that film, because this stars your man who was in Heroes. What's his name?
Milo Venti Coffee.
Okie dokie. Take a look.
No race was ever won in the first corner, but many have been lost there. I should know. I was born to be a race car driver, but there's only one problem. That's not me. That's me.
So we got Milo in the lead role. Amanda Seyfried there as well.
She's there as well.
Who voices the dog?
Who voices the dog? It's Kevin Costner.
Wait.
Hold on a second.
Remember?
Hold on a goddamn second.
Paul interviewed him, and we were looking at the films coming out, and we were like, "This one looks."
Oh my God! Is this happening? Is this show? We're here now.
It's happened. It's caught up with us.
Oh my God!
And because I'd forgotten what the name of the film was, and the press people at Fox were like, "This is on." I was like,
"Grant, yeah,
all right,
see it, yeah, 100%."
I went along, and the film opens with the dog as like a fully grown dog. And it's Kevin Costner, and I was like, "Oh my God!" Like I
couldn't breathe,
flipped out because I realized what it was I was watching.
Oh my God!
And he's got like he's not talking like Kevin Costner. He's talking like an old dog.
Right.
So he's like, "My humans are in here. They love me," and I was like, "What?" So the entire film is narrated by Kevin Costner as this dog.
Unbelievable.
And he's
still the best actor in it. Like
he is the pet of Milo, who is a professional race car driver.
In the rain.
See, it's a metaphor, and I'll get to it.
God. Okay.
And then he adopts Kevin when he's a puppy, and then
is his name Kevin?
No.
Okay.
I'm
going to call the dog Kevin Costner. I'm so sorry.
He adopts Kevin as a puppy, and then Amanda Seyfried comes along.
He adopts her as well. He just adopts everybody.
See, here's the thing. When Amanda Seyfried comes along, Kevin Costner dog is like, he's like protective of Milo. He's like, no. But it comes across like, and I turned to the critic who was beside me, and I was like, does Kevin Costner dog want to have sex with Milo? Because it was so aggressive.
Okay.
The type of protection that he had, and he's like, I wish I was human so he could look at me the way he looks at her. And I was like, whoa, what?
Okay, interesting.
And then they have a baby.
Which is all in the trailer.
Yeah, and then Kevin Costner dog ends up falling in love with the baby.
Oh.
Not in a sexual way, but
in
it's like, I love him.
Protected way. Yeah.
And then it's just basically like the dog's life story. And the opening monologue of the dog is let me see if I can get this right. The Mongolian population believe that if a dog is a good dog and they bury the good dog in a specific place, that good dog can come back as a human. So Kevin Costner dog wants to be the best dog he can be so that when he eventually dies, he can come back as a human.
And presumably...
That's the plot of this movie.
This is insane. This is even better than I expected.
There's so many layers going on here.
Is it good film would watch?
I really, it's not good, but like I really want people to see it because there's just so many there's so many times where I had like one of you with me, so I'd be like, is this happening?
Yeah.
Have I been drugged right
Did you see
before
that
this film started?
too? Yeah.
There's just so many like bizarre decisions made in the story because it's the same people. It's the same company who made Marley and Me, which is a pretty straightforward.
Okay. Yeah.
We're a couple and we've got
Family
this cute dog
story,
and
yeah.
blah. This is just so bizarre. It's so bizarre, and it's directed by the guy who made Con Air.
What?
So
you can't just drop that in the middle. Like, this is bonkers. We need to go and see this right now.
And the metaphor is not
I
subtle.
cannot wait.
It's not a subtle
no,
metaphor.
I don't think that it will
The
be.
title, I was like, what?
Was this film written by a dog? Like, it seems...
It's written by a dog who wants to be a human screenwriter.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So the art of racing in the rain.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We're 100% going.
God.
I think this is going to get like cult status.
I think
It'll be up
it
there.
might deserve it.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's over 2 hours long as well. And I was like,
Oh no.
And of course, in doggy hours, that's 14 as
yeah.
well. It's going to take forever.
yeah, it's a long watch.
Okay. The website doesthedogdie.com.
Of course. Oh, we.
Do we
This
want to
is-
We're
visit?
not. I'm not going to
No.
visit that website
No.
until I see this film.
Yeah.
Don't say anything.
Like, did
Say
you?
nothing.
I'm
Yeah.
saying nothing.
Poker face. Like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
So The Art of Racing in the Rain is out in Omniplex cinemas this week. So please do go and see it. And let us know what you think of Kevin Costner Dog.
Yeah, I need to every one of you to go see it, and then tweet directly at me so we
Yeah.
can just have a long conversation about how, like, certifiably insane it's mad. And the dog wants to be a race car driver.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. No.
Oh,
I can't
and
take
he's like,
any more
oh,
risks.
if only I had a human tongue, then I could talk. As if that's the only reason my dog can't talk. There's just a lot to talk about.
Oh, anyway, we're going to move on. I can't see. Okay, yeah. So it's time for the big competition on the Big Reviewski. I do want to talk about that film more. We'll do a whole show dedicated to the art of racing in the rain. So we were giving away, we've tickets to give away to see Good Boys, which is a brand new comedy from the super team behind Superbad, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, and it tells the tale of three young friends, 12-year-olds, and they have to skip school and basically go off on this kind of epic adventure. The trailer looks very funny. Basically, it's kids cursing, so
It's
usually...
Superbad 5 years younger?
Yes.
Pretty much.
That works. So yes, we got tickets to give away for that. We got a screening coming up very, very soon. So I want to say a big congratulations to Steve Humphries, who's won himself a pair of tickets to go and see that film. It's all because he got last week's high clue correct. So let's take a look at it very quickly. It's Sisterly Psychic, Moving Penny from Heaven, Potter's Righteous Kiss. And for anybody who's listening, in the final line there, Potter's was Potter 'S, Righteous Kiss. So, Roy, I think you said last week you were like, boom, got it straight away. Justine, any ideas?
From the first two words, yep.
Sisterly Psychic, that gave it away immediately. But nothing springing to
Potter's
mind.
Kiss, that was all I had. I was thinking Harry Potter. I was,
Red herring, that's what that was. Can you get red herring in a lasagna?
Would
Sure,
you
you get
recommend
that
it?
fish lasagna.
Yeah,
ruined it.
That's
probably.
stinking, isn't it? Well, okay, Rory, drum roll. The answer was...
Sister Act.
What?
Sister Act. No. Ghost. Ghost. Sorry.
The answer
Ghost.
was Ghost. I thought you were being serious there for a
sorry.
second.
Yeah, no. Because Sisterly, it threw me off.
Gotcha.
Sisterly Psychic. She's from Sister Act. And she is a psychic in this movie.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
Whoopi Goldberg.
So we got Whoopi Goldberg is the first line. Yeah, Sister Mary Clarence, and she plays psychic, as you said.
Yeah.
Moving Penny from Heaven.
He moves a penny.
He does.
It is a moving film.
Yes.
And he's from heaven or going to heaven.
Yes.
And then I was trying to remember, is her name Penny? And I couldn't remember.
No, it's not. But it's that moment when Patrick Swayze shows Demi Moore that he's actually there, and he floats the little penny over to her. So it's a very moving moment. She breaks down and cries, and it's literally moving through the air. And the final line, Potter's Righteous Kiss, nothing to do with Harry Potter, but it's sexy pottery time.
The only example of sexy pottery.
Yeah, because that's her job in the film. She is a potter, And then Righteous Kiss, because she is a Potter. And Righteous because the Righteous Brothers, it's Unchained Melody. It's the music while they're making the pottery as well.
Making
And they
sweet
have the
pottery.
kiss. Yeah. So the answer was Sister Act. No, Ghost.
No.
Yeah. So congratulations, as I said, to Steve Humphries, who got the correct answer and is going to get those tickets to see Good Boys as well. Now, though, it's time for this week's High Clue. Ready to rock?
I'm excited.
Finger counting, let's go.
What if this week's answer is Sister Act?
Ooh. I think we used Sister Act before, so that's done and dusted.
Yeah, but you always come back to it.
That'll be a red herring.
Showgirls was like 15 of them.
This is true. So this one's is Saints Stung, Shot and Steals.
Okay.
Coffee with Corleone. Hoffa Hunts Hunter.
This is very easy.
Ah, come on! You can't say that. You can't put pressure on people like that. There. It's very easy. Stop whispering over there. So Saints Stung, Shot and Steals. Coffee with Corleone. Hoffa Hunts Hunter. Again, for anybody who anybody who's using their ears, Corleone is with a capital C in the middle line there as well. In the first line, it's Saints Stung, Shot and Steals. Saints is Saint apostrophe S.
How are we on syllables?
Oh yeah,
Oh, we
jeepers.
checked. Yeah, I don't know, we checked.
All good,
Yeah,
100%.
Great.
It gets approval. Okay, so that's this week's High Clue. So best of luck to everybody. We'll have Omniplex tickets up for grabs there as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for... We need to go back. We're going to do like a whole bonus feature, but bonus on that Kevin Costner Talking Dog film.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, I need to
Phenomenal.
speak to every person involved
Okay.
in the making of that movie and ask them why.
Yes, that's a good question.
Why?
Something very exciting for next week. We have Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie coming up on the show, which is phenomenal. Look at them. Look at them.
Oh my.
Look at Brad and Margot. And there's Rory. Look at Rory.
Look how close we're sitting.
You're so close.
You talking about the Kevin Costner film?
Oh, I hope so. God, I hope so.
That's all there was to talk about.
That's a nice shirt you're wearing in that as well.
It's a nice navy. Yeah.
And it really compliments what they're wearing as well.
Yeah, they were wearing some real summer linens.
Yeah, they really were.
Yeah, I'm wearing it well.
Oh my God, they're phenomenal.
They're
So they're
just
going to be up on
beautiful.
next week's show, along with Rory, along with Justine, and along with myself. I just want to say a big thank you to both of you, Fast and Furious pair. Also thanks to Jermid, Paul, Ian, and everybody else behind the scenes as well.
And all of you for
And all of you
subscribing.
out there as well. Oh yeah, thanks for subscribing. And is that everything?
Yeah, I think that was a good one. I like that one.
Good to go? Sweet? Happy enough?
You feel good?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you next week. Bye. Look after yourselves, all right?
And
Okay.
each other.
Text us when you get in.